Hello everybody, my name is Silvia Walukiewicz. For several years I have been working as a life and personality coach, as a psychologist and as a sensitive and mediumistic consultant. I also give workshops and seminars on various topics of spiritual development. One of the issues that I often see in my clients is that many people cannot understand why they are always attracting similar or even the same life situations, even though they do not want to. It is often the case that they consciously try to change the situation, as for example when choosing a partner. They consciously pay attention to choose another type of person in order to make sure that things change this time. However, after a while, they are anyway confronted with the same difficult situations. Why is that, one wonders? What is the reason that I am constantly confronted with the same stressful situations and have the impression that I just do not attract the things into my life that I want? The first point we need to keep in mind is that from a spiritual point of view, we are receiving exactly what we want in our lives, be it on the conscious or unconscious level. In other words, there is a greater meaning behind everything we attract into our lives that we usually cannot immediately recognize. The challenge is to be able to discover and understand this meaning from a higher perspective, even though the current life situation may not be very pleasant. The chance behind this is to understand this meaning profoundly and then, in a second step, to carry out a profound transformation of the inner energetic state. The result of this is that we attract other life circumstances, namely those that we wish from the depth of our hearts. However, most people are unaware of the inner strength and inner wisdom that each of us possesses. Thus, most people deal with difficult situations in very different ways. Many can become annoyed, close their hearts, condemn themselves and others, become indifferent or even resign themselves from their dreams, and some lose confidence in life and in themselves. In addition, many go so far that they start to suppress their inner desires and longings, for example, for deep love, security, or other deep wishes from their heart. This happens because the pain is so huge that these intimate desires are not fulfilled and we can hardly bear it. However, the moment we suppress such a wish, we add more suffering to ourselves, even though we do not consciously perceive it. Instead of applying the above-mentioned destructive behaviors, which lead to more distance from our true selves, I recommend with all my heart to finally look inside ourselves. This look takes a lot of courage and can be very challenging, but only in this way true healing can happen. In addition, we finally can attract the things into our lives which we desire so much. Simply stated, it is about looking into our subconscious, that is deep inside ourselves. This can also be called looking into the depth of our soul. The consciousness and the subconscious can be metaphorically compared to an iceberg. The iceberg peak is the conscious level, the things that we consciously want, think, and act out. The subconscious, which occupies about 90 to 95% of our self, is obviously much more dominant than our conscious level. Now, when we have stored in the subconscious mind that we are afraid to open ourselves emotionally to somebody because we have the impression that we are not lovable enough, then this conviction outweighs the desire for a happy partnership that we perceive in our consciousness. Thus, we will attract partners into our lives that behave in a way that we cannot open ourselves emotionally to, until we transform that belief in our subconscious. In addition, our partner will mirror our conviction of not being worthy nor lovable. There are countless other examples, but they are beyond the scope of this video. In the following, I will explain how you can analyze and understand the higher meaning of your unconscious behavior more profoundly. In the next video, I will give you some ideas about how you can transform this step by step. I wish you many insights in finding the higher meaning.
Hello everyone. This short video is about a very interesting question about a very important topic, which is important for everyone. It's about the higher meaning of your unconscious behavior. So, from my personal and professional experience, I have observed that many people are attracting over and over again the same situations. So, for example, in a relationship, you wish to have a really perfect partner which respects you, which loves you, which appreciates you, just for the way you are. But for some reason, you're attracting over and over again partners which are not respecting you, which maybe even cheat on you, and which are not appreciating you. So why is that? Or the same thing at work. You really try to do your best in order to live your up to your full potential at work, but for some reason the boss is not appreciating you. And even if you change the job, the same thing happens. So for some reason you're attracting over and over again always the same situations. I've observed that in my personal life and in the lives of my friends and from the stories from my clients. So, and I've asked myself, why is that? And I've found many reasons how you can analyze it, understand it, and change it finally. So, the first thing is that the reaction of many people is to show resistance to the situation. To really to show that you don't want that, you don't want to believe that, and you don't want to accept things how they are. In that moment, you cannot change it. So the first step in order to change is acceptance. If you really want to change your present life, and especially the things you don't like, first you need to accept them and to really let go of the resistance. Because the things which you attract, you want to attract on a deeper level. Even if on a conscious level you don't want to attract them, on an unconscious level you need them for your spiritual development in order to grow and in order to become complete again. So, for example, an analysis you could conduct is in the area of relationships. So, if you're attracting over and over again a relationship in which your partner is not really appreciating you, or in your relationship your partner is not really showing you respect, it has a higher reason. So, for example, it could be that as a child your parents didn't appreciate you and didn't show you enough respect. So at the end, somewhere inside yourself, you don't have enough respect for yourself, or even you don't appreciate yourself on a higher level. It means that the part of appreciating yourself is missing, and you just want to compensate that with your partner. In that moment, if he showed you some respect and appreciation, you would never find out that piece, that missing piece in yourself. So, take your outer world as a mirror. If your partner is not appreciating and respecting you, or not giving you the love you need, take it as a mirror of your inner world and check if you really are giving the love you need to yourself, or if there are some sewn pieces, some parts of you which don't feel loved or appreciated enough. So really try to analyze that with everything you observe in your relationship and with everything you really feel you struggle with or you don't feel comfortable with. The same thing with finances. So if you're always attracting life situations in which you don't have enough finances, if you, for example, want to buy a car or want to buy something new which you really would like to have, and for some reason you never have enough money, or you always don't have enough money on your bank account, on a higher level you want that. And now you really need to know that this is a mirror of your inner world. As money symbolizes the energetic flow, it can mean that there is some lack of energetic flow within yourself. Or, for example, you have a belief that people with a lot of money are not good people, and for example are corrupt people and lie to everyone and become arrogant. And as you don't want to become arrogant, it means that you don't want to have the money, because then the danger is quite big that you could become arrogant. So on a deeper level, you don't want to have a lot of money because of that belief. Or another possibility is that you have a fear of losing the money. So if you don't have enough money or you don't have a lot of money, there is no possibility to lose it. So ask yourself why you really don't want to have so much money, what's the reason and where it comes from. Or maybe your parents always told you that it's not good to have enough, to have a lot of money, or don't show to other people that you're having money, because then you could be, they could steal it from you or something like that. So go deeper and analyze your external financial situation, and analyze then your internal for the mirror effect. The same thing happens to the question of living up to your full potential. So if you really want to live up to your full potential, let's say at work or in a relationship or in your personal life, and for some reason you cannot reach that goal, there is a reason why you are not reaching that goal. And it's not an external reason, it's an internal reason usually. So for example, you're afraid of living up to your full potential because you could lose it if you really have a lot of, you have a good job, or you have a lot of money, you have a perfect relationship. There is a danger that it will hurt more when you lose it. So maybe this fear is bigger than the wish to have all these things. Or for example, if your wish is to live up to your full potential at work, and for example give presentations to people, or have contact with many people, there's a danger if you do something wrong, or you cannot do what you want to do and you have not the capabilities to do it. There could be the problem that the people will be angry with you, or you will be alone. So ask yourself, what's your fear behind living up to your full potential? Could be at work or in relationships. Then another question which you can also ask yourself is, why can you not be happy? Many people, I think everyone, wishes to be happy, but for some reason most of the people are not really happy. Many have or depressions or worries, or are just living day by day the same rhythm. So ask yourself, what if you were happy? Are you allowing yourself to be happy? Do you think you deserve to be happy or not? So there must be a reason why you don't attract the happiness you want. And the other thing is that you could be afraid of being happy because you're so accustomed to your problems and you always know that there's something to do, that you don't know what you could do if you were just happy. Ask yourself this question and analyze your life, and especially your inner life, why you attract the situations that don't make you happy. And the last thing, I already told a little bit, that if you really wish to have something you desire and for some reason you are not getting it, there is a reason, a deeper reason, why you're not attracting it. And this reason is always internal. So ask yourself, what if you had that thing? And maybe at the beginning you would feel happy, and of course you would like to have that and you would like to do that, but then go deeper and you will perceive maybe a fear or a lack of trust or something else which is blocking you. For example, in relationships, if you really wish to have a perfect love, perfect relationship and a perfect partner which gives you the love you need, and for some reason you don't feel worthy and you don't feel really lovable, so you are afraid of opening up to somebody because you're afraid that when you open yourself up to somebody, that he or she rejects you because you don't love yourself as you are on a deeper level. So find out these pieces of yourself which you're not accepting and which you're maybe not loving yet as much as you could. I would recommend you to really observe your life, your external life, and take it as a mirror of your internal life, and to go deeper and to find out the reason why you attract exactly the things you're attracting. And you really need to know that the law of resonance, the law of attraction, is really strong. So everything you're attracting, you want to attract on a deeper level in order to become complete, and in order to collect and integrate your lost soul pieces. So enjoy going deeper into your own soul and enjoy the process of integrating your lost soul pieces and enjoy the process of becoming more and more complete. Thank you for watching this video and see you soon.